So number 29, you could also meditate on the make-believe world as burning to ashes. Now he burns the whole world. And become being above human. Right, of course. That's why people call him the god of destruction. He destroys the human body and he even goes on burning the whole world. My goodness. If the police know him at that time, you know, huh? Now, just imagine, that's all right? You try to make a world and then burn the whole thing. Just to let your mind become used to the ephemeral nature of physical existence. Perhaps that's the purpose of this meditation method. So that you cannot cling to anything at all. And you cannot hide yourself in any corner of the world because the whole world is gone. At that time then, what do? Except to rise above the physical existence and become above human. Supra-being. That is one of the ways to remind us of the non-existence of this world in order for us to put down easily, more easily, and become eager to practice and push our minds more forward into the spiritual freedom. Just like one of the methods the Buddha has recommended to his disciples is to pay attention to the defiling aspects of the body, like the secretion of the body, the ways of the body, things like that. And imagine that the body is made of white bones, and full of all the nasty and dirty things inside the filthy bag of skin. And if the disciple meditates on such method, he will soon grow disgusted with any physical form passing in front of him, and thus lose the desire for women or men, fame and position, etc., etc. And he will be able to still his turbulent, lustful thoughts and then be able to concentrate more on spiritual practice. In this respect, I think the number 29 meditation method is very similar to that of the defiling body method that the Buddha has recommended to some of his disciples. But in that case, you should also take note that these methods are only for beginners. For those who are still so attached to the possession of the world, so attached to the outside beauty of women and men. In that case, he should contemplate on this kind of method for a while, or at least when he is having such possessive and lustful thoughts for worldly physical forms and possessions, until his mind has grown accustomed to centering on the purity of the inside, instead of going around chasing after ephemeral forms of this physical existence. So in that case, this is not the main method that we should be practicing every day, but just a passing period of time until our mind gets purified. And then we concentrate on the main method, which is the Quan method. Now, if you remember, in the Surangama Sutra, the Buddha also asked all the Bodhisattvas to recommend their different methods so that the disciples can pick and choose what's the best for them. And then all of them have spoken about more or less 25 methods. But then everyone has recommended that the Quan is the best because it's the most purifying, the strongest, and the most original. But in case you are very disturbed with the worldly senses which are entrapped in our body, and it's very difficult for us to escape, then you should consider contemplating on the defiling form of the body, or the whole world burn into ashes, etc. method, to still your mind until your mind is calm. Then you can concentrate better on the main method, which is the Quan method. Understand? Okay.